I enjoy the jumpers because they're generally older horses. They're generally very willing, and they're just a joy to be around, really. I've been in racing all my life, which is quite a long time really, and probably about 60 years. I still have a great interest in racing. I still enjoy it, so I've kept going. I haven't got a big team now. I only have about a dozen in work, but 3 or 4 of those are jumpers. Yeah, I've got some nice horses, so hopefully I can carry on for a few more years yet, God willing. The staff get here at 4:30 and feed the horses breakfast. We start riding about 5:30. We have 3 riders, work the 24 horses, and we're normally finished by 9:30, and then we muck out everything. We feed them up. We have about 120 acres here, so on nice days we put them out in the paddocks. I still enjoy the young ones, and I've had a lot of success with young horses, so it doesn't faze me, but the jumpers, I guess, are my first love really. Training flat horses is simpler because you don't have to do the work. If you look through history, the best flat trainers all started with jumpers. You know, I can go through just in New Zealand alone, Dave O'Sullivan, Bill Sanders, Mallory Laxon, great trainers, and they knew how to get a horse fit and keep them sound. So it's an art in itself, is getting horses superbly fit and keeping them sound. I've had a lot of success with jumpers, won the Great Northern several times and the Grand Nationals, and the Great Eastern Steeplechase, which is the richest jumping race in South Australia, 9 times. Won the Grand Annual 5 times. Pretty much the richest race in Victoria, other than the Grand National, which I've only won once. I haven't won a Grand National hurdle in Australia. That's something I've got to add to my bucket list, but hopefully I'll find one sooner than later. Probably my greatest thrill in racing was, in jumping racing anyhow, was winning the Nakayama Grand Jump in Japan. It was a $3 million race. I was actually representing Australia. That was good because he had raced in Australia a lot of the time, and Craig Thornton rode the horse, so it was New Zealand trained and ridden, as it turned out.
標識を通過、セントスティーブンか、外から豪快、セントスティーブン、豪快が迫るが、しかし先頭は6番のセントスティーブンだ、セントスティーブンゴールイン、2着に豪快。
I didn't mind representing the gold and green. It didn't faze me at all because we got the money. That was the big thing. I've been very fortunate. I've had some great horses. Cross, Rough Habit and Poetic Prince were my 3 best known, probably. I've been fortunate enough to win 19 Group 1 races in Australia, which is pretty good. I was well in front of Murray Baker till about 5 years ago, and he's got past me by a couple, so he's retiring. I've got some work to do. The main thing is, I don't think you need a big horse. I don't think you need a horse that's got a massive amount of ability. Teach them to jump correctly, and if they've got a good temperament and very sound, you're on your way. Temperament's vital. If they're hard pulling horses, hard going horses, they don't usually go that far in the jumping arena, but you do get exceptions to that. Yeah, I think temperament and soundness is absolutely vital. I have put a lot of time into various organisations involved in racing. I just feel if you have been successful in a sport of any sort, whether it be rugby or racing, you should put something back, and I've made an effort to put something back. Like, jumping racing serves a great purpose. Part of its tradition. We've had jumping races since day one. It keeps the jumping riders in New Zealand, and they're the ones that do a lot of the track work. Without jumping riders in New Zealand, we would be very, very short on track work riders. It's got its place. It's a terrific sport, and it has a cult following really. A lot of people love jumping.